Recognizes Ms. Edwards for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and to our ranking member for holding this hearing. I want to thank our witnesses for being here, but I have to tell you, I have been searching for the right word this morning to figure out how I'm feeling about this, and I think the right word is flummoxed as to why we are here this morning on such an important subject of emergency alert that doesn't have a Democrat or Republican behind it. But what we don't have sitting at this table is a representative from FEMA. And the reason that we don't, and the reason that you could only give a half answer, and with all due respect, no, I will not yield. With all due respect to my colleague, a half answer is not acceptable when it comes to emergency alert. And the reason that there's only a half answer, and that our witnesses are here sort of challenged to explain how it is that FEMA works in these circumstances, is because FEMA's not at the table because the government is shut down. And the government is shut down because we have a handful of renegade colleagues who are bound and determined to take this country down, to shut down this government. And we ought to have FEMA. I have my
reclaiming my time.
My 5 minutes.
If we could please keep our comments.
I have my 5 minutes.
Hearing, please.
With all due respect, I will reclaim my additional 5 seconds to finish my statement as a member of this House of Representatives. And I will tell you, I want to know because I've gotten one of those alerts. I've been around our beltway and gotten an alert for a tornado that was in fact coming right at me. I've gotten an alert that came at the same time on my card device. I don't even know how it works. And so I want to answer those questions because I think it's important for the American people. But I have to tell you this. It is unacceptable in this country for almost 1 million workers to be out of jobs today because the government is shut down. It is unacceptable that veterans, seniors, people who are actually have claims into FEMA for disaster response and can't have those claims moved because the government is shut down. This is completely unacceptable, and it is my colleagues on the other side of the aisle trying to have a pretense of a hearing in the face of a government shutdown. This is not right for the American people, and I have to tell you, everybody on that side and on this side knows that we could have FEMA at this table today if we put a clean continuing resolution on the floor that fully funds FEMA and all of our government agencies, that takes care of services for our veterans, our seniors, and children who are going hungry today because of a government shutdown. It is unacceptable in this country that we have a handful of renegades who are running this country, running this Congress. Renegade is a word. Renegade is a word, and that is what they are doing. They are running this country, they are running this Congress, and they are running us in the ground. And the American people find this completely unacceptable. And as a member of Congress who represents a lot of federal employees, and I represent FEMA employees in my district who are sitting at home today. They are at home today. They can't come to work and do the job of the American people and serve the American people. And the reason that they cannot come is because some small band of people have decided that they are going to shut everything down because they want to deny health care to the American people. This is completely unacceptable. So I want to feed our young children and our women, infants, and children. I want to feed our women, infants, and children who deserve to have nutrition. I want to make certain I have a right to use my time the way that I want, Mr. Chairman. Who should have the ability to get services in this country. Our veterans who should have the ability to make sure that they have educational and avocational counseling and mental health services. To make sure that our emergency responders are able to respond appropriately should there be an emergency. In my district is a home to NOAA and to the Weather Center. And what if there is an emergency? Sure, we can monitor the satellites, but do we have all hands on deck? We do not have all hands on deck. And I have to tell you, it is really disturbing. And I respect the witnesses who are here today. I've worked closely with CTIA. I think I'm one of your award winners, as a matter of fact. I believe in what our broadcasters are doing in terms of public service and meeting their public responsibilities. And, you know, to you, Mr. Chief, I appreciate what you are doing to make sure that our emergency response system works. But not to have FEMA at the table because of a government shutdown is unacceptable, and I yield my time. And I would love to have you back so that we really can ask you questions that are important for the American people. Thank you very much.